Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you my customer journey map, and I'm going to give you some real life out there illustrations of some pitfalls to avoid. I've created this customer journey map in a wheel form, and I do that because I want you to think of a customer journey as a retention piece, not as an in and out customer journey map, but I want you to think of it in a wheel because those people that we are spending so much money to acquire, we want to keep them. Fun fact, it costs 6 to 7 times more money to acquire a new customer than it does to keep an existing one. It makes sense to work on that retention piece of our business. If you're not, start here. Now, like I said, you can Google and get just a bajillion examples of customer journey maps. And there's from simple to complex. If you're a bigger business and you have time to do all the diving in on the metrics and things like that, then go for it. But this is probably not your channel. I'm serving small business owners who don't have time for all that stuff. We need a quick win. So in the map that I've created, I've broken down the customer journey into 6 easy steps. Each step along the way, I'm calling a touch point. And each touch point has questions in the guide that I created. There are questions to guide you in making sure that you are curating the experience that you want your customers to have on every step of the journey. Now, maybe you should back up and listen to that again, but it's important. It's important that we curate the experience we want our customers to have along our journey because they're having an experience whether we curate it or not. And I'm going to show you some examples later on of a couple of places that really are missing the boat and they need to take a look at this map. The first step is called out there. This is the part of the journey where people are checking you out. They are doing the consideration of whether or not they want to work with your business. If I use a simple example of a coffee shop and I am in your town, I usually bring up Google and I say coffee shops around me or near me. Now, this is the out there phase. Your digital currency works for you 24/7. It's important to make sure that you're curating the experience that I'm having when I'm out there. Step number 2 is on the way. So here we are in our on the way example, and I am looking for your coffee shop and I've picked you. You're the winner chicken dinner. This one's about signage. And in the guide, I give you a couple important questions and some resources to figure that thing out. Now, we are at step number 3, the entrance or lot. Here's the example that I'm going to show you. Hey, I'm in the drive-through of a place here. It's a gas station to get my mom a coffee because she really loves the coffee from here. It's just all sugar, right? So the customer experience that I'm having is communicating to me the quality of something that's coming through this window, aka for my mom, in the form of this coffee. So I'm going to show you here. All right, so I'm sitting here. I'm not going to show the company, but I'm at the drive-through window, obviously. And that's what I'm looking at while I'm here. Kind of yucky, man. And it totally could be better because that, for sure, isn't something that I'm excited about seeing as a customer when I'm waiting. This really drives a lot of impressions, right? I know that the stuff coming through the window is much better than what I just was getting the impression of. Now, stay tuned because at the end, I will show you a winner chicken dinner for our last step. Now, step number 4 is a step that's often missed by owners. And I ask myself again and again and again, if 70% of my buying experiences are based on how I feel I'm being treated, it makes sense. You've got to train the people how to interact with the customers. If that's something that interests you, I've got a course for you that will help walk your people through that very thing and train them to be amazing. Step number 5 is with the products. This one, I'm pretty sure you probably do a great job on. If you have SOPs, training manuals, onboarding process, check that one right off. If you don't, just start getting it together, okay? Because as a customer, I want a consistent experience with your product. If our coffee shop's the example, I don't want my half sweet mocha to be perfect the first time I come in, and then my half sweet mocha to be like sickeningly sweet the next time I come in, right? Products. It's important for me to have a consistent experience with my product. Your product. I'm the customer. And step number 6 is the dating game. Once I leave the coffee shop and I'm back out on the street looking at all the other places that are around, how are you engaging with me? What's happening once I leave so that I'm reminded of the great experience that I had with you? Here's an example of a business who did it right. Now, this showed up at home separate from my receipt. They're reminding me of the great experiences, the great experience that I had at their coffee shop. They, of course, sent me the receipt via email, and then this came separately. And they thanked me. Who the heck does that anymore? Hallelujah, good manners. It just feels nice to be appreciated, doesn't it? They also incentivized me with a code for a coupon to come back. So the first thing that I think that they could do to improve this is to give me a much shorter timeline. Don't give me so long before this coupon expires. Make it tight. Give me an incentive. Give me a reason to get back there within a week because you want me to create a habit. That's the first thing. The second thing I would suggest as an improvement is to make that call to action giant. It's little and it's buried way down at the bottom. Like, make it big. If you want me to do something in, I don't know, a week, then throw it in my face. Now, if you enjoy this video, I think that you'll probably like this one, 3 ways or 3 things, important things to train your staff.